Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy.com the third week of December 2022. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Singer Terry Hall died December 18, 2022, after a brief illness at the age of 63. He was the lead vocalist for The Specials, the influential British ska revival band, known for singles including A Message to You, Rudy, and Ghost Town. Hall is also being remembered as a founding member of bands including Fun Boy 3 and The Color Field. Actress Sonya Eddy died December 19, 2022, at the age of 55. She played Nurse Epiphany Johnson on General Hospital for more than 15 years. Eddy is also being remembered for roles on TV shows including Seinfeld and Glee, as well as in such movies as Barbershop. Basketball coach Billie Moore died December 14, 2022, at her home in Fullerton, California. She died of multiple myeloma at the age of 79. She was the head coach for the first ever U.S. women's Olympic basketball team, leading them to a silver medal at the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. Moore is also being remembered for her years as the head women's basketball coach at Cal State Fullerton and UCLA. Sue Thomas died December 13, 2022, at a hospital in Boardman, Ohio, at the age of 72. She was the first deaf person ever to work for the FBI as a lip reader, determining what suspects were saying in undercover investigations. She is being remembered for the TV show Sue Thomas FBI, which was inspired by her story and on which she appeared twice. Scientist Ken Balcomb died December 15, 2022, of prostate cancer at the age of 82. He was a researcher of orcas, also known as killer whales, in the Pacific Northwest. He is being remembered for his groundbreaking work tracking orca populations, which led to their listing as an endangered species. Balcom was a U.S. Navy veteran who served for 8 years during the Vietnam War, including working as a Navy oceanographer. Singer and songwriter Shirley Eikhard died December 15, 2022, in Orangeville, Ontario. She died of cancer at the age of 67. She was best known for writing Something to Talk About, which became a big hit for Bonnie Raitt in 1991. Eichard is also being remembered for writing songs for artists including Anne Murray and Cher. Musician Dino Danelli died December 15, 2022, at the age of 78. He was the drummer for the Rascals, best known for their 1966 hit Good Lovin'. Danelli is also being remembered for drumming with Steven Van Zandt in Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul. Basketball player and coach Louis Orr died December 15, 2022, of pancreatic cancer at the age of 64. He played in the NBA for the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks before beginning his coaching career at colleges including Seton Hall and Bowling Green. Orr is also being remembered for his college career at Syracuse University, where he was half of the famed Louie and Bowie show with teammate Roosevelt Bowie. Journalist Drew Griffin died December 17, 2022, at his home in the Atlanta area. He died of cancer at the age of 60. He won Emmy and Peabody Awards for his investigative work for CNN. Griffin is being remembered for stories including his investigation into patient deaths at VA hospitals, which influenced new legislation. Singer Bertha Barbee McNeal died December 15, 2022, of colon cancer at the age of 82. She was a founding member of the Motown girl group the Velvelettes, who had hits including Needle in a Haystack. Barbie McNeil is also being remembered for singing on songs including the influential single He Was Really Sayin' Something. Musician Charlie Gracie died December 16, 2022, in Philadelphia at the age of 86. He was an early rock and roll star known for 1950s hits including Butterfly and Fabulous. Gracie is being remembered for his influence on other musicians, including Paul McCartney. Jean Landis died December 13, 2022, at an assisted living facility in Santee, California, at the age of 104. She was a pilot during World War II, serving with the Women Air Force Service Pilots, or WASPs. She flew non-combat missions that were vital to the war effort, and was later honored with the Congressional Gold Medal. Landis is also being remembered as a teacher, her career for many years after her wartime service. Baseball player Tom Browning died December 19, 2022, at his home in Union, Kentucky, at the age of 62. He was a pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, who helped them to victory in the 1990 World Series. Browning is being remembered for the perfect game he pitched in 1988, only the 12th perfect game in baseball history. Football player Franco Harris died December 20th or 21st, 2022, at the age of 72. He was a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 1970s and 80s who scored an iconic touchdown in 1972, later dubbed the Immaculate Reception and considered the most famous play in football history. Harris is being remembered as a Hall of Famer and 9-time Pro Bowl pick who helped the Steelers win 4 Super Bowls and was named NFL Man of the Year in 1976. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Ohio have been lowered to honor the memory of Wyandotte County Sheriff's Deputy Daniel J. Kinn. Flags in Missouri have been lowered to honor the memory of Kennett Fire Department Captain Robert Moore. Flags in North Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of Cumberland County Sheriff Deputy Oscar Giovanni Bolanos Anavisca Jr., who died in the line of duty. Flags in Arkansas have been lowered to honor the memory of Sergeant Donald Scobie of the Stuttgart Police Department, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Mississippi have been lowered to honor the memory of Mississippi State University football coach Michael Charles Mike Leach. Flags in Arizona have been lowered to honor the memory of firefighter Mark Fowle of the Glendale Fire Department. This week also marks several notable anniversaries. 15 years ago this week, actor and comedian Chris Farley died at the age of 33. He was a legend of Saturday Night Live, who starred in movies including Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. 15 years ago this week, musician Oscar Peterson died at the age of 82. He was a jazz pianist who was called the Maharaja of the keyboard. 20 years ago this week, musician Joe Strummer died at the age of 50. He was a singer, guitarist, and songwriter with the influential band The Clash. 40 years ago this week, actor Jack Webb died at the age of 62. He created the radio and TV series Dragnet, and he starred as Sergeant Joe Friday. First Lady Lady Bird Johnson was born 110 years ago this week. She died in 2007 at the age of 94. The wife of President Lyndon B. Johnson, she was known for her advocacy for beautifying the nation's highways. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.